When I opened my eyes, the first thing I noticed was the sky. It wasn't blue, nor gray, nor anything my memory could place. It shimmered like molten copper, streaked with glowing veins of turquoise. The air tasted sharp, metallic, and heavy, as though each breath was drawn through a sieve. I pushed myself up from the ground, realizing with horror that the soil beneath me wasn't soil at all. It was like glass, smooth and black, reflecting my own pale face back at me. I had gone to sleep in my bed, wrapped in a blanket in a quiet apartment, and now I stood alone in a landscape that looked like the surface of a dying star. My first instinct was to scream, but the sound came out muffled, as if the air itself swallowed it. Around me, towering structures rose from the glass plain, half like mountains, half like machines. They pulsed faintly with light, throbbing like living organs. I stumbled closer, expecting stone, but the surface rippled under my touch, as though the mountains themselves were breathing. I recoiled, panic surging through me. None of it made sense. Had I died in my sleep? Was this hell? Then I noticed movement. Shadows slid across the horizon, long and spindly, moving with unnerving precision. I crouched low, heart hammering. The figures weren't human. They had no faces, no mouths, no eyes, only tall, thin bodies made of the same black glass as the ground. Yet somehow I knew they had seen me. I could feel their attention, a prickling weight pressing down on my chest. A voice, not from outside but inside my mind, whispered, "You are not supposed to be here." I staggered back, clutching my head. The shadows didn't move closer, but their presence thickened like a fog. "Return," the word echoed again, commanding. I shouted into the empty air, "I don't know how. I don't know where I am." For a moment, silence, then the ground beneath me fractured, splitting into jagged cracks that glowed with violent blue light. I stumbled, nearly falling into a chasm that opened at my feet. The world itself was rejecting me. I ran, though I had no destination, no idea where safety could lie. The horizon shimmered, bending as though reality itself was tearing apart. And then I saw it, a structure different from the others, not pulsing, not alive, but angular and cold, like a machine built with purpose. Its surface gleamed silver, and at its center was a doorway. Without thinking, I sprinted toward it, the whispers in my mind rising into a deafening chorus of "Leave, leave, leave." My body felt heavier with every step, as though invisible hands dragged me back. Still, I pushed on, hurling myself through the door. Inside, silence. The silver chamber was bare, except for a single object in the center, a bed. My bed, the same blankets, the same pillow, even the faint tear in the fabric I had meant to sew. My heart nearly stopped. I reached for it, trembling, but before my hand touched the sheets, the glass shadows filled the doorway behind me. They did not move, they only watched. The voice returned, quieter now. "Sleep, and you may return. Stay awake, and you will remain." My chest tightened. The choice was simple, too simple. I backed away from the bed, suddenly afraid. What if this was a trap? What if the bed wasn't mine at all, but another construct, meant to keep me here forever? But the air thickened again, and the ground beneath the silver chamber began to crack like the black plains outside. I had no time. With a desperate breath, I climbed into the bed and closed my eyes. Darkness. When I woke again, sunlight spilled across my face, my ceiling, white and cracked, my apartment, exactly as I had left it. Relief surged through me, though it was tainted by doubt. I pushed myself upright, clutching the blanket, and whispered, "It was a dream, just a dream." But when I stood, I froze. The floor beneath my bed reflected like glass, smooth and black. A faint turquoise vein of light pulsed through it, beating like a heart. And from somewhere deep inside my mind, a whisper returned, "You never left."